Hey guys, it's Melinda. Welcome back to my channel. So if you watched my last video, me and Brian had a bit of a disagreement on what this wall should look like, and he put everything back up. So we're just gonna see what we want to do for the wall moving forward. I would like it to be more minimal, but that's just me. Anyways, I like it on camera. In person, it's just annoying me. But today I want to talk about something that's very exciting because it's really like recent, and that is dumbing down your smartphone. So I've been like taking in so much minimalism content, and one of my favorite creators on YouTube that makes this content, oh my gosh, I'm not wearing lipstick. Hold on. Okay, that's better. One of my favorite creators is Madison Gray. I'll try to have her channel linked down below. You guys, if you love content like this, she is the best. I love her stuff so much. It's like really relaxing. But anyways, she was the first person that I saw even talk about this. And so I'm just going to share like a couple main points that like I decided to implement. So I will also have her video linked down below. I feel like now more than ever, I have been influenced by so many things, and I've been spending so much money on just dumb things. I've been having a lot of regrets about purchases I'm making because I'm just spending money on a whim. I'm always on social media. I'm always taking in content and being influenced and told all of the things that I need. Amazon must-haves and like TikTok favorites and just all of the things that we really don't need. So I decided to try to just like really minimize my phone, to just remove a little bit of that, like just a small portion that I have control over. So one of the main things that stood out to me, oh, and I can't really show you my phone live like in my hands because I'm recording with it, but I will have some like overlay footage on the screen. So I was also really interested in doing this to see if it helped cut down on my screen time at all. And it actually did, which I was kind of shocked about. I didn't really know if this was really going to work for me. Kind of thought that my like addiction to social media was still going to be there and I was still going to pick up my phone, but I actually didn't. So anyways, here's everything that I've done. So here's what my phone used to look like, and here's what my phone looks like now. So one of the main things that I took away from Madison's video was she said that her kids are not the background of her phone. Rosie used to be the background of my phone and I loved it, but she was saying, she was like, she felt like having her kids as the background just made her phone feel more like a family member and something that was a little bit more important than it actually was. And I'm kind of adding to what she said. You can watch her video to hear her like exact thoughts on it, but she was just saying that it kind of made her feel like her phone was more important than it really was. And I just really appreciated that perspective, and it kind of removes your phone as like this really necessary thing in life to just a tool that is there when you need it, but it doesn't have to be with you all the time. So I decided to go ahead and remove Rosie as my background and just do a plain black background. I did want a color that was pretty calming. I didn't want anything like bright and like red or orange or yellow or anything like that. I wanted it to be very calming and simple and not stressful to look at. That was important to me, but I also didn't want it to be like super overly aesthetic. I mean, truly, even just like a picture that makes me think about things I need to get done. Like for example, maybe I do like creamy neutral and I'm like, oh, I love this color. I need to like paint my living room this color. You know what I mean? Just even a color that sparks any kind of an idea in my head or a background of nice scenery. I don't want to be like, oh, I need to plan my next vacation. I wanted to remove all objects from my background on my phone so that it's just super simple and it literally isn't just reminding me of more things that I have to do. I don't know if that makes sense or if that feels like over the top to you guys, but it really, like, that's just how my brain works. And I even noticed that when Rosie was my background, it was making me think like, oh, I need to take more pictures of her. I need to style her hair like this. Like, I love the outfit she's wearing in my background picture. Like, I need to get more cute clothes like that. It was literally just making me feel like I needed to do more and like I wanted to do more and buy more. So I have noticed like such a shift. So that's been the biggest thing that I've changed about my smartphone. The other things are I just really minimized the amount of apps that were on my phone in general. Like I did delete a lot. I haven't quite gone as extreme as she does. Like she removed like all social media off her phone. I haven't done that because our laptop's really old. Like it's so slow. It's a pain to get out and to start up. And I actually do really enjoy Instagram. So I'm going to keep that on my phone. But basically I just put everything into a folder together so that it's not taking up so much real estate on my screen. And it's also not on my main page. Like these are the only apps that I have on my actual main page of my phone. When I open it up, this is all that I see. And it's kind of the things that I like really use the most. And it's just, I didn't want social media to be in this category because I wanted to make it a little bit harder on myself to access social media, honestly. So I did put social media on my next screen. So I have to swipe over, go into the folder, and then open up the app. And I mean, my screen time has actually been down. It was down 40% in the first week that I did this, which was amazing. So clearly having just like a couple extra steps has really helped. Those are the main things that I've done to kind of like dumb down my smartphone. Again, I haven't gone like super overboard, but these small changes have been really big to me. And then the other thing that I really love doing just with my phone in general is not keeping it on me 24/7. So if I'm in a room and I go to another room in my house, I will leave my phone, and like that still stresses me out a little bit, to be honest. Like I feel better if I have my phone on me. I don't like leaving, like what if someone needs me, or like I don't want to miss a call, you know, things like that. But what I've started doing is just taking my phone off silent and turning the ringer on, and then I know that if my phone's in another room and someone actually needs me, I will hear it. That's also just a good tip in general. I started doing that pretty recently. I used to like never have my phone on. I think it's so annoying when people's phones ring in public. So I never want to be that person, but I really hate that I'm constantly checking my phone to see if someone's texted me or if someone's called me or if someone needs me. And so I just turn my ringer on, and then I don't have to ever really check my phone because I'll hear it if it goes off. So leaving my phone and not carrying it with me from room to room in my house is still something that I'm working on, but I really love it. And also, like, I don't let Rosie play with my phone or anything. So if I'm able to leave it in a room and like go in her room and sit on the floor and play with her, it's one less thing that I have to keep away from her. So like normally I'm sitting in the floor and my phone's like sitting beside me. She always just gonna gravitate towards it and try to grab it and play with it. I have to take it from her, put it over here. Then she comes over here and gets it, and I have to move it back. And it's just one less thing I have to keep away from her that she's not allowed to touch. So it's just been better. Even if I'm like laying on the couch, I'll put it on a table far away from me, and then I'll just be on the couch. And then that's just less time that I'm tempted to just grab it and scroll. So the final thing is probably pretty obvious, but it's something I haven't done until literally yesterday. And that was just putting a time limit on my app. So I have an hour limit on Instagram and Facebook combined. Now, this is not actually to really control how much I use my phone, because just yesterday I like snoozed that time twice. It's more so just so that I'm a little bit more aware of how much time I'm putting into it. And like, oh my gosh, does time fly when you're on those apps? Like I snoozed it for like 15 minutes and then I felt like that timer went off like 2 minutes later. And that really got my attention. I was like, oh my gosh, I spend so much time on my phone. It's so bad. I watch a lot of YouTube on my TV, so limiting screen time on my phone only does so much when I I really watch a lot of TV. Overall, I'm just trying to make like baby steps. I'm not trying to like cut everything out, only spend 10 minutes a day on all socials combined. Like, it's not really my goal. My goal is to just make progress in the right direction and not stress myself out, and kind of set attainable goals and have reasonable limits for myself. Okay, so I was just doing some dishes and I had another thought that I wanted to include in here about my phone. So another thing that I've noticed is that if I have my phone within eyesight, it is just like, or if it's on me, if I can see it, if I can feel it in my pocket, it literally is this like draw to pick it up, to check it, to like look at social media, to text someone, to Google something. It's literally just like at the forefront of my mind. So something I've been doing is literally, if I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like with Brian, or even if I'm watching TV, I'll take my phone and I'll put it behind me, just out of my line of sight, off of my body. And that has been a game changer with not getting on it as much, but also not feeling as stressed out. There's something about not having my phone in the forefront of my mind that makes me feel more relaxed. And I'm not sure what that is as far as like the psychology behind it, but I notice a difference immediately, like when my phone's sitting on my lap versus if it's out of sight. So that's a little tip for you. And then, so I'm listening right now to the audiobook, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, and it is so good. But I just wanted to include these stats that he just shared and just like this little blurb about smartphones because I thought it was so fascinating and so well said. Okay, so here's the bit from The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. I wrote it down. So it said that a recent study found that the average iPhone user touches their phone 2,617 times a day. A similar study found that just being in the same room as our phones, even if they're turned off, will reduce someone's working memory and problem-solving skills. If you become dependent on your smartphone, it becomes a device that silently shouts your name at your brain at all times. This is me. Let me know if you guys like this video. I am like so inspired by minimalism right now. I'm very excited about it, and I would love to continue making content if you guys want to keep watching it, which it seems like you do, which is very exciting. So yeah, definitely subscribe to my channel, like this video if it was helpful, if it sparked any ideas for you, and if you want more minimalism content from me, because I definitely plan on making a lot more. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.